name's JJ and I'm one of the Tassie Travellers. Like and subscribe!
G'day guys, welcome to part 2 of our recent Tasman Peninsula adventure. Today we're going to start off at Tasmanian Devil Unzoo, and this awesome place is located between Eaglehawk Neck and Port Arthur. We can very highly recommend this for people of all ages, especially for the cool interaction between the animals and the beautiful surroundings. Make sure you check it out next time you're in the area.
Are they wild too? I think they're fine.
So I put out some artificial nectar for the honey eaters, and these are yellow water birds just here. These guys are forester kangaroos. They're only found in Tasmania, and they used to be eastern greys, but over time they've of course evolved into a forester.
Oh.
You want to stand next?
Is it a bit cheeky?
Do this one here.
Oh, hello. Cheeky wee. Cheeky.
And of course these are Cape Barren geese, so please do hand feed the geese or they get very jealous.
wanted to patch one of those.
Did you?
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
I just did that. I'm leading the way, thank you.
You're leading the way. You know where you're going?
Yeah, I am good at good looking at the map.
You are related to your mother, you know.
Well, I need a bit of help.
She's related to you.
I don't know how to read maps yet.
Come on, thin ice there, thin ice. Into the unknown. Into the unknown.
I'm scared of birds.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, secret yard.
Oh, look at the water down there.
What water?
Down there.
This looks like wombat territory here.
I've seen some holes actually where wombats have
Seen any scats?
There's a hole. There's a hole. Are we going to go there?
There's a little diggings there.
Oh, binoculars. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, sweet. You got to try and identify the birds.
There you go.
There's a book for identifying the birds.
Oh, there's the birds here.
I
See
will
what you
read.
can see. No, there's a thing there.
Pelicans, silver gulls, what is it? Cormorant,
There's a book.
Yeah,
pied
yeah,
oyster
put it back.
catcher,
Don't need it.
white-faced heron, great egret, white-bellied sea eagle,
Where's my map?
black
I've got
swan.
it.
And they are trying to
Stop.
establish, yeah, like
Stop.
season sizes
Stop
so
fighting.
that when the
Stop.
food goes in,
You can share. Stop fighting. Otherwise you won't share.
And in the wild, of course, they're going to get into it with a lot more devils. So they will end up getting seriously. Serious, they're best friends. They struggle with going to islands and
This is a breeding pool. Had all that time.
yeah, so like there are this behaviour is what we like to see. This is good behaviour for devils. These are all retired devils. And they have to feed them. Yeah.
There they come. The other one's over here. It's down here. See? Here. Here it is. Yeah, you found it.
Oh, he's found it.
What a show.
I know. Tell her off. I don't know.
So these guys would get bashed on the road a fair bit if they were around the place, because they'd be getting the road kill, wouldn't they?
But nowadays,
Comes another one.
but they tend to not really get essentially. But definitely when there's normal population size, a lot of them get infected. So nowadays, because they suffer from a contagious form of cancer, it's not
The day after Unzoo, we had another good weather day, so we visited the Port Arthur Historic Site. Now, the great thing about doing Unzoo and Port Arthur together is the 30% discount you get when purchasing a super pass. We purchased ours from the Unzoo website. It was an awesome saving for our family, and we recommend you do the same. Now, we left from the NRMA caravan park and went to Port Arthur, so this is just demonstrating how close the caravan park is to the historic site. It's only about a 5-minute drive, so it was very close, and what an awesome day for this beautiful spot. I get the job of pack horse.
Well, I was just bringing it just in case. I thought you would 1,000. And can we have maps? You can have a map.
We picked a good day for Port Arthur, fortunately. Sorry, Kelly picked a good day for Port Arthur.
I picked a good day. I'm the
She's the weather forecaster.
Yeah. My mummy's famous. She was on the news.
Welcome everybody to Port Arthur. My name's Andrew. A couple of things you need to know before we get moving. First of all, you've all been booked on for either a harbour cruise or Isle of the Dead tour, which by the way is the same vessel, which is that large white vessel straight over there. To get there, you can just cut across the oval or follow that bitumen road. Make sure you're there 10 minutes early. It's one of the great joys of being a guide is every single day I watch people chasing after that boat running late. Never once in the years that I've been here have I ever seen the boat turn around to pick them up. So give yourself plenty of time, and also excellent coffee on board. Okay, so the separate prison here was the philosophy behind it, which is very much modelled on the Pentonville prison, which in England, which had been built only 10 years or so prior to this. It was all about silence, solitude, isolation, ample time for contemplation, repent, you know, that sort of approach. But the problem was it was so severe that it was having a lot of untoward outcomes. So I'll just give you some examples of those. For starters, it's totally silent. That didn't just mean prisoners can't talk, not even guards were allowed to talk. They did everything with hand signals. You had complete isolation. You're locked up in your individual cells all day long, and you do silent work inside your cell all day long. So this was problematic, of course, for many of these men who were going a bit stir crazy with all of that. You did get out for 1 hour a day of exercise by yourself in an individual yard, so you never ever have contact with another prisoner, and the longest I've heard of was 3 years in here. When you came out of your cell to go to that exercise yard, you had to put a face mask on. It was kept inside your cell, even though you're by yourself. The other occasion you got it out for was they built a separate chapel in here. Most people mistake it for a courtroom. It's a tiered system, you'll see it in there. But they brought the men out one at a time with their face masks on 3 times a week and locked them into individual high-sided cubicles where they couldn't see any other prisoner. So again, a complete isolation. If you broke the rules of this prison, it had its own sets of rules. You copped the worst of the lot, which was the dark room. They had 2 dark rooms here, thick sandstone walls like this. You had no light whatsoever. You are in the absolute pitch black, bread and water only. You had full sensory deprivation. You can't hear, see anything, you lose perspective of time. So for some men, it averaged it was 3 to 7 days, but legally they could keep you there for up to 30. For some men it was just too much, and some years later they built right next door to us here behind you, the burnt orange building, and I'm using the language of the day, this was the lunatic asylum.
For 1 hour a day. Other than that, you had to be in your cell the whole time.
You couldn't see outside?
Only space you had.
See how beautiful it is over the wall? Don't get to see any of that. Entry to Port Arthur also includes an amazing cruise around the harbour, and here are a few shots from that particular cruise. There are extra cruises that you can do, such as Isle of the Dead, which we didn't do on this occasion. I've done it in the past, and I'd recommend that too if you're interested in some of that history.
Careful, it's hot. It's all right there. It's actually okay, just don't touch the tongs.
Fancy way. We're roasting the old fancy way. Look. Get you in the middle.
I think it might like marshmallows.
Yeah, it's all right. I put a whole seed down there for the birds. So
Oh, it's got a whiff of the seed, has it?
Very beautiful.
Just like you. Pancakes is one of those special breakfasts that we love to have, particularly on the last day. And of course, being the dad, I get the job of cooking the pancakes, but everyone else does a great job of eating them. On the way out of Port Arthur, we had to take a stop at the Tasmanian Lavender Company, which you can catch on their website, portarthurlavender.com.au. Amazing little shop just on the way out of Port Arthur, or coming in. If you're on your way in, make sure you check that out. Check out their website too. It's a beautiful little spot, both for shopping and great little cafe and fireplace as well.
This has lavender inside.
What is it?
It has lavender.
Just hold it up and what is it?
It's a Tassie devil.
Ah, with lavender. Smells a lot nicer than the real ones we smelt the other day.
So, the weather wasn't very kind to us while we were at Port Arthur, and we were going to head to Geeveston and head down to Hastings and visit the caves, but that wasn't possible either because we couldn't get a booking to get into the caves.
I didn't book early enough.
Yeah, it's his fault.
My fault.
Yeah. So we had to can that idea. It's because of COVID, they can only have 8 people on a tour, and they only do 4 tours a day. So yeah, it was pretty impossible to get in. But anyway, that's okay. So we kind of decided to pivot. Also because the weather was going to be pretty bad over at Geeveston area as well for the next couple of days. So we thought, well, let's go where it's going to be sunny and warm. So we've decided to head up the east coast of Tasmania. We're staying at a place called Scamander. And there's a really nice caravan park there, which we're going to stay at, which is going to be great for the kids. We brought their bikes, but they haven't been able to ride them yet, just because where we've stayed hasn't really been suitable for bike riding. So yeah, we're really looking forward to being able to get the kids on their bikes, and there's a massive playground. And anyway, we'll show you when we get there. And the kids are pretty excited about that. What do you reckon, guys? Yeah, good. They have a sleep in the back. They're watching a couple of movies. It's about a 3-hour drive, a bit more than that, 3-hour drive from where we were to Scamander. And the kids are watching a movie, and then I'm not doing it for them, I'm doing it for me, because that means I get a break. So,
but we're going up the east coast. We've got some amazing views. Right now we're just stopped at Swansea, and just check out over the bay there. That's looking out towards Coles Bay and Freycinet. It's absolutely, well, not in that direction, but if you look to the left, yep, that's Freycinet over there, and over that hill, over those hills is Wineglass Bay, so very famous Tasmanian landmark, which we were going to go over that way. We were tossing up whether to go over that way, but we decided on Scamander instead, just because it seemed a bit better for the kids to have a bit more fun, more space for the van. So we'll keep driving.
Giddy up.
Giddy up. Where are we, Kel?
At the beach. Looks good.
For the viewers.
Scamander. At the beach. Yeah, you just got your hand.
What I love about this caravan park, dump point there, toilets there, kids playground over there, and we are just there. I like it. Heading home today, and it's probably the most warm, sunny day that we've had the entire time we've been away. So we are making the most of it here at Scamander. It's absolutely corker of a day. Wind's whipping up a little bit, but not too much at the moment. Thought we could get onto the beach here, but it's a bit of a drop. Tide's out.
I want to go in just because I can.
Just because you can.
Just because I can.
I don't even want my feet to go in.
Let's see how wet these guys get.
Later on this day, we sadly left the sunny east coast of Tassie and headed for home. We look forward to sharing more of our adventures, particularly on the mainland, as soon as we have a bit more certainty around the borders, especially into WA, as that's the next big trip on our agenda. So thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. You can also find us on Instagram and Facebook. We'd love to hear about your adventures too, so get in touch. Stay safe and happy travels.